I got started in the profession. I started out as a preaching teacher back in 1992 at Simon Owen School. The initial assignment was to be the agricultural science teacher for a group of students and also to establish a school garden project. That translated into me going into a grade 4 classroom to teach a group of students at grade 4. Now, this was my first experience in the classroom teaching, and I liked it. It was fun. I enjoyed it. I spent a few years there, but my ambition was never to become a teacher. It was to be a police. I always wanted to be a police, and I went during that time, and I did the police exam. I did. I passed it. I did the police medical. I passed it. So while waiting on them to call me, I continued to teach. While I wait, I keep my options open. I also applied to Teachers College. I was told by some of my colleagues at the time, apply to Teachers College, see what it's like. I mean, you may like it, you may don't have to go, but try it out. You are doing well at it, so why not? So I applied, and I don't know, it's fortunate or unfortunately, both letters came at the same time. Joined the police, go to college. So that was a hard decision to make for me because I always wanted to be in the police first. However, I'm always a person who wants to go to college. So I said, okay, let me go to college, and then when I leave college, I go back to the police. So I got into primary education. When I went to my application was to do science. So that was my love as well. However, science was good, so the registrar then said, science is good, we have a space in primary education. Do you want to take it? I said, yes, definitely. And I took primary education as an option, and that was where that began. I started out at Jessie, which is in 2000. I still have the option of the police open for me, because that's my passion as well. However, I came here and I started working with the children. I realized that I am growing in it and I'm doing fairly well at it, so I continued. And by then, the thought of becoming a police started dwindling and understanding what the role of the police and what they go through, getting more information. I started reading, and the teaching started taking control. I developed a love for it. I started to try to outdo my previous year, my previous day, my previous term, my previous set of students, and I always try to make sure that each child is impacted by what I do, and each child that leaves my class would have been a better child than how I get that child, or would have even moved a space from how I got that child. The students wanted more, and they were learning, and I was enjoying it. So that's where the passion came. I came to just because I started in grade 5. I taught grade 5 here for many years. And most of my teaching time I taught grade 5. So grade 5 is where most persons know me from. That's where Mr. Henry came in at grade 5. And that's where I developed a passion for teaching of mathematics. Because I realized that the children in grade 5, they need that foundation that will take them to grade 6. The grade 6 is easy, because when they come to grade 6, they would have already come with the foundation from grade 5. So when I had those students in grade 6, what we had to do then was to get them to practice and get them to understand how exam techniques are and how they work. But the grade 5 aspect of it is where you have to really teach the foundation to prepare them for grade 6. So my love, and if I would say my favorite grade would have been grade 5. because I love when they leave grade 5 and go to grade 6, they are ready for the grade 6. So when they get there, it will not only show that they are ready academically, but mentally they are prepared, psychologically they are prepared, because their self-esteem will have been bolstered with them being aware now that we get to grade 6 and we are prepared for it. So we take on any challenge. Going to grade 6 for me wasn't really a challenge. I went to grade 6 and it was in 2006. That was my first year in grade 6. And when I went to grade 6, I went with a mixed group of children, some of whom I have taught, some of whom were not in the class. And we went there and we outlined a plan of action, and like everything else, you have your goals and what you want to achieve for that year. And we did achieve our goals for that year. I can say about grade 6 that the team effort was what we drove. The team of persons I worked with for years, the late Mrs. Williams, Mrs. DaCosta, Mr. Johnson. It was a beautiful team of persons to work with. You know, we all ensured that whatever we are doing is common among us, and all of us played our part in making sure that all the children get the material and all the children were performing at a standard they want. We may have a few that we will work on harder, and we did so, of course, but at the end of the day, the results were resounding. I moved from a teacher to a senior teacher first. I was a grade 6 supervisor, right? And that was where I started making the move into administration as I supervised the group. Be the vice principal, it was kind of a difference, but I was a vice principal and teacher for years. And I became the vice principal in 2012 and I left the classroom in 2015. So over those years, I was both vice principal and a classroom teacher. To balance both, the administration aspect of it, I will come and do, mainly on a Wednesday when I have some free time based on the children subject area. And the classroom aspect is always my passion, and that is all that always takes precedence over everything, because the children, they are who we work with, so whatever we do, we have to ensure that they are always satisfied. Transition with the vice principal was, and I would say still is going on. I'm still getting adjusted to sitting and kind of being a supervisor, playing a supervisor role. Making the transition to the office was not an easy one, because I couldn't let go of the classroom. Because I'm a teacher at heart. And that's my passion. My passion is not administration, my passion is not sitting in a chair, looking at a computer screen, or sitting in a chair writing things without anybody in front of me. My passion is standing in front of the children and delivering, engaging, looking at their faces, see change from the frown to a smile. Yeah. What can I say now that I'm transitioning out of the system? I can say after so many years, over 2 decades in the system, I think I have learned a lot. I think I've made significant contribution to education and to the development of children. I think I have made a lot of contribution to Jessie Ripoll. I have formed relationships too that will always be a part of my life, both with students and other colleagues and parents who I've worked with. I have seen all the principals of Jessie. I've worked with all the principals of Jessie. Worked with Sister Shirley, Mr. Brown, Mr. Letcher, and now Mr. Stevens. So it has been, and we have seen the different leadership style of each and every one of them, and the different way they manage the school. It has been a wealth of experience that I've garnered from each and every one who I've worked with. I think over the years, it's a mutual beneficial relationship we had. It has benefited me a lot, and it has benefited the institution a lot. I think it's a win-win situation. I know that I'm transitioning. We just have to look at it as time to experience different things, time to grow in different areas, and time to see what else is out there that we can contribute to the development of at this time. The high point for me would be, I think it's a group of students I had, could be 2010, 2011. And that was the high point of teaching for me. We started out, the group was about 54 children in the class, and at that time we put everything that we had into that group of children. I remember vividly that was a very successful year for the school as well as for myself as a teacher. It was a great year in terms of the support of the parents, the support of the children, how the children were eager to learn. And at the end of the day, everybody, I think, in the class got one of their school of choice, and everyone did well. I've seen the staff grow, the staff change. So when you have been in an institution for this length of time, there's no way that you can deny that you have become a part of the institution, and the institution has become a part of you. But I will miss my students. I will miss going to the class to teach a math lesson at any time. That is definitely what I will miss. There are so many things about this institution that also resonates with me, and I will always keep it with me. I move on into a different job, still in the education field. However, the scope of work, I know I will be working with teachers, I will be working with teachers' colleges, I will be working with education officers. Whatever it is, the sign will always be an educator. And anytime, any chance I get to teach, I will make sure that I use it as an opportunity to teach, because this is my love and passion. Jessie Ripoll is a great institution, and this institution was built by all of us who have contributed our time and our energies, our youthfulness to this place. So as we move on from time to time, and as we move on in different tenure, we should not forget that the institution is our first love, and the institution should go on, and those who we left behind us should build on the legacy that we would have left behind, and should add to that legacy and leave their mark, so that the institution continue to grow, not just grow in numbers, but grow in greatness and continue to excel. I took 1 4-month leave, never took a sick day. I took 1 4-month leave in 2014, and that's all. I am dedicated to the job. I'm committed to it because of what I do. I try my best at all times to remain the professional when it comes on to my job and executing my duties. I think modeling what you do as a teacher is an important part of teaching. So I try at all times to model the behavior I expect from the children, even in the way I dress, the way I speak to them, the way my whole demeanor and deportment. That's what I would expect from my class. That teacher's day, that short pants was like, okay, I said, what will I do to make sure that, you know, I'm different, you know, and I go back to the days when I wore short pants to school as a little boy, you know, and I called up the tailor and I said, you know what, I want a khaki pants. And he said, khaki pants, what kind? I said, I want it short. He said, really? Yes, I said, short pants. Give me a short pants. You know, I got the short pants. I wanted to get a special shoes to go with, but they don't make them anymore, you know. Those long-term school shoes with a thick sole, Yeah, but I couldn't get that, so I said for the short pants, and I think it was fun, you know. It was just fun. It was fun. That was fun.